noisy people outside. I don't want you listening to them. See who we get. Sun's out, so that's good. Yay! Hi, Crafty Jackie. Here we go. I hope the phone is going to play nicely today and actually show me comments. Here we go. We've got a few watching. What a busy day again. We've had workshop in here this morning. So they've all been creating with my medley of stars. And then I've sorted out what we're going to make this afternoon as well. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sharon. I haven't got my glasses on yet. So, yes, got everything organised. All ready for a little day off tomorrow. Back open on Saturday. And then off on Sunday and Monday. So, kind of a weekend off, but with a day's work in the middle. So, oh, this bit gives me arm ache. It'll be fine. Hi, Karen. Brilliant. Right, I mean, I've got quite a few things to show you. Lots of new bits. I mean, it's only just bang on, so I'll just hold off a minute. Hazen, everyone. There's Donna. Brilliant. I'm just going to get my glasses while I'm waiting for a few more. Not that it matters, because a lot watch on catch up as well, so I don't know if I can get them out one-handed, though. There we go. Perfect. There's Anne. Just check those. As always, if any of you have got any questions whilst I'm live, or if you want to see anything in particular close up, just shout out. Paul will be watching on silent in between doing the last few parcels. So, yeah, I'm going to flip you. And we're going to start off here. So at last, we have the brand new Grunge collection. It is rather yummy, I have to say. Now, we have got some bundles available with savings, or we've got single items. So there's 2 A5 masks. I'm going to go through this in more detail on my desk. You've got 2 slimline masks. You've got 2 DL stamps. 2 A6 stamps, 2, they're kind of A7 but longer, mini DLs we'll call them, and 2 die sets. Then we've got a fabulous paper element pad and a beautiful background, and then there is like bundles with everything in there. So that's the first lot of new items. Then we have got new visible image stencils. We've got senses. We've got, I don't know how to say that. That one. But I can't say it. I don't even know. Parallax. That looks cool. Then we have got fluid. That's a big stamp, that is. We have got Rockstar. We have got Make Some Noise. So they're all new. Oh, these are nice. Then we've got Hazel's Star Medley and Hazel's Heart Medley. And then we've got those available in a bundle with a saving as well. And then we've got the #4 sentiment medley. So this one has got good luck, get well soon, job, sorry, to say, congratulations, your retirement and engagement. So that's going to mix and match fabulously with the ones that we've already got. And then we have got, this is what we've got left of the Arden Creative Studio. We've got a few of the stamp sets. We've got Fern Valley, which is beautiful. This can stamp over this and give you a nice grungy finish. Some nice little splats, flicks, dots, and a dragonfly on that one. Then we've got the Artful Ledgers and Ledger Wings. I love all of these little bits. You know, like when we've got a bigger stamp and we just stamp it and press gently in an area. With these, you can put it on a block and actually stamp the whole lot down and still get that kind of distressed edge look. And then we have got letterbox remnants. We've got a few of the enamel dots left and the tag essentials. The tall grasses, these are absolute, oh, so delicate. Look at those. Beautiful. With some butterflies and dragonflies on. Oh, can't get it back on. And then the Fern Valley, that's gorgeous as well. They're $13.99. We've got that lovely stencil at $7.99. That's the card that I made on the live on Saturday. And I poked a little tag. But what I did was I chopped it and stuck a little bit at the top and a little bit at... In fact, I didn't. I just chucked it behind there. We're down to, like, the last pack of ephemera. There's a few packs of the decoupage paper as well left. So that's the Arden one. We're trying to get more in. The paper pad we're out of. The rub-ons we're out of. We've got the pet tape left. That's the film strip one. And this one is the kind of border one, which is gorgeous. Now I have started something else. Maybe I'll be able to get to that. For those of you that were waiting, we have got the Summer Celebration and Country Roads in the die cut designer paper pads. These are going to elongate the card making pads, if that makes sense, because they're the same patterns, so you can mix and match them. You've got beautiful papers and more die cut elements in them, so they're back in stock again. We had them in, they sold out. We've had them in. Can't keep up with that one. So one thing that I'm going to bring to your attention is these little metal charms, especially the cogs. They're going to go fabulously with the Grunge collection that's just come in. And there's like one with little music elements here. These will go nice with the visible image stamps because they're kind of music themed. So I'm just going to stand back and give you a little look. So always new section. Then we start here with Studio Light, and that kind of just goes down and down. And then we have this big Marlene section here. And then we go, I'm going to come down a bit closer now because I feel like I'm a bit far away. So all of the new release is all in this section as well. So for instance, you've got the Bird Mansion, lovely textures, Sweet Dreams, and Sunshine. There was these two. And then there was 4 new stencils. Now, what I can tell you, if you go and have a little look on the Marlene section, you'll see that selected items have been put on offer. So if you have a little look, if this, maybe you were thinking about getting some of the new elements or some of the older ones, we've got the notepads there as well. There are some special offers on there. And also, if you check out our sales section, there has just been some new stuff added at 50% saving. You never know what you'll find in there. It's always worth checking it out. We had back in stock requests for the Beauty and Bloom and the Curious Critters and the Wings of Change. So they're back in also with that fabulous mixed media compendium pad. That is gorgeous. I can't see if I've got it. That's it. Also, this is a new one as well. Really great for backgrounds. Lots of stencils. Now, there's always some offers in amongst the Julie Hickey designs. It's worth having a little look through there because Some stamp sets are down to £4, some are down to £6 and £5. So there's always a bargain to be had. Whoopsie. So that is your, I'm just flicking any, oh here are the binder rings in stock. Paulie, are you checking? Right. I'm just going to flick back over. Oh, Paul's answered somebody. That's fine. Karen Robinson. I'm just flicking back because I just did see a question pop up. How much is the pink bundle, please? The pink bundle. Do you mean my dies? If you mean the stars and the hearts and the sentiments, it's £55.99, Karen. Which you answered. That's fine. That must have been the one you answered. There you go. Zena. Are the binder rings in stock? If you are on about the Studio Light ring binder storage system, we're waiting for more in, because again, it's one of them products that just keeps selling. We had a delivery this week and we had quite a few in and they've all sold out again. So he's just going over the stock levels, checking what's there, because he'll be adding it to our next order. So keep checking. We'll have them back in soon. Right, I think that's fine. And then we have Jamie Rogers at the end there. I think we've got some new Jamie Rogers coming soon. Just going to stand around. That's all the parcels ready to go. Really nice array of cardstock there. Beautiful. Foils, hemp cord. I love this section down here because it's all its and bits. Loads of inks. You've got all your adhesives. We are out of stock of our 1,000 roll foam pads, but they should be back in stock next week. Studio Light inks and brushes and paints. Just going to get rid of that. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So yeah, it's for this storage system. So all of these bits go in the black zip folder, which will be coming back into stock. So that's a look at our new stuff. Now there is actually 2 more items. So we have got, oh, I've just caught my finger. How much is, oh, I've answered that one. That's fine. Got here just in time. So these are new. So it is a bundle. It's a set of 2 and you get a die set and a stamp set that all coordinates together to make like a kinetical, it's a sentiment pop-out card, this one. So when you open the card, these bits pop out with different sentiments on, like so. So this is kind of like, it's got, can I read it through the phone? No. May your day be filled with, and then you've got love and laughter and celebration. You've got a happy wedding day. You've got cheers glasses, presents, wedding cake. And then you've got some things just get so much, and then you've got better with age and a happy birthday. So that's that set, and they're £19.99 for the set. You get the dies and the stamps. And then we've got this beautiful butterfly one. The light is reflecting off of that. There we go. So the words are, once upon a time, they lived happily ever after. That would tie in with the wedding as well. Thank you so much. So grateful for your love. Let's fly away. Then this beautiful big butterfly. And then these are the dies so that you can create a pop-out book or a pop-out butterfly. And if I turn that over, there is your pop-out butterfly. And then at the bottom, can you see on the right-hand side there, that would be then your pop-out book. So again, that's a bundle, and that is £19.99. Gets you the stamps and the dies. It's not released till tomorrow, though, that one. But it's on there now, but don't tell anyone. Shh. Right then, let's look you around. There we go. Let's click you in here. Oh gosh. Oh, don't want it to fall out. Okay, that's it. Oh, now I need to put you, I'm going to face you down because you don't want to look at me. You want to look at the nice goodies. So, ta-da. Okay. So I have got like stamp sheets, but this one is called Balloon Man. He's lovely, honestly. I've got some nice little, let's see if I can bring in a card whilst I'm doing it, look, with the Balloon Man. So you're getting quite a lot of little stamps there, this gorgeous film strip, but I love the fact that you've got this little staple detail on it. So that's the first set. Then we have got this one. This is typewriter and labels. Again, lovely detail. Love the little words in the background, little tags, and yeah, little strips. Again, little bits of staples. Really nice and grungy. These are those little, we'll call them mini DLs. I love this. It's very distressed. It is legible. You can read it. It's got structure housing, 8 heavy steel lock gates, industrial. That's that one. And then we have got the little Argyle pattern, and that's got some script in the back as well, which is lovely. And then we've got the 2 larger ones. Love all of the elements. You can chop into this. If I show you this one, and just hold it to the side. I don't know if, can you see the, I've cut out the tape and raised it and then cut out the light bulbs. This one's quite a grungy one because I stamped it and then spritzed it and let that colour all run. I really like that. And then this one, the clock background. So that's how that stamps out. I'm going to use that one today, I think. And then we have got our stencils. So on here, I've done a couple of 3 different things. So literally just inking through. And then after I've inked through, I've done like a spritz the stencil, pushed it down, and that gives me a print. But then you can run it through. I don't know if you're going to see this. You can run it through your machine and emboss it. And I've decorated both sides there just by dragging my ink pad over. I think it gives a really lovely effect. So that is that one. This is the typewriter, no, wallpaper pattern. Again, a couple of different looks that you can get there. There's your emboss. Then we have got the lovely clocks and grid. So you can use portions of it or all of it together. That's embossed. And then that lovely print. If you want to do a print, remember to do it on the back of the stencil so that it reads the right way round. Otherwise, you would get that look. And it's all back to front. And then we have got ruler's background, which is this one. So that was my print. No, that's my print. That was my emboss, but again, the background looks great done as well. And then just the inking through. I love the colours that I've used on this. Then we have got our extra elements. Now, what you'll find in here are dies that cut out some of the stamps. So you've got the tag, you've got this little one here. But then you've got these really nice little extra elements, chains and little argyle-y kind of bits, little extra cogs. So a useful set, and that's what they look like all cut out. These are the elements that tie in with the dies, look. This one says look around. You've got you are loved, discover, and then we have got slimline and label. I love this because you've got your big, nice, large label with that detail at the bottom, but then you've got this nice skinny one as well. I mean, it does fit inside, so you could have them both together, but this so much, it so suits the balloon man. I love the little bit of argyle at the bottom, argyle, diamonds. We've got this the stencil that matches, so we could build a background with that. Here's a few more little samples. And also, oh no, not that one yet. Not that one yet, because we've got the 8x8 paper pad. I think there's 3 of each design. I must have taken 1 of each out or more because I've already used it. Some really nice designs in there. And then last but not least, we have the paper elements pad. So there will be 10 designs, 2 of each. So you've got your sentiments. I know there's bits missing, but that's because I've been using and abusing it. Lots of vintage ephemera, just perfect for this collection. So let's just bring in this one. That's using lots of the, like the stamps and dies that match. You've got the beautiful papers in the background. We've got this. I'm going to do this today. We've got this. I showed you a bit of that one. I showed you a bit of that one and that one. So, without further ado, let's move that to the side. And in preparation, I have made a tag card. Now, I often get asked, oh, how do you make a card? There's a few different ways. What I could do is take the largest die, cut it twice, score it at the top and join it so that it's a 10-fold card. That would work. But what I've done here is I've scored and folded a sheet of card, and I've put my die on, but I've just left this cutting edge just overhanging, and I've cut that down, and it gives you the actual fold out card. But because I've had that edge hanging over, I didn't want to lose any of the detail down that side because it's kind of like a little bit wiggly. I've cut a full one so that I can then stick that on the top, and you'll see it's only minuscule, but it makes a difference when you put the mat and layer on. So I'm just trying to multitask. That's okay, you're here now, and you can watch on backup. Backup? What do I mean? Catch up. So then I've gone ahead and cut 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back. So I'm going to start off with this piece, and I'm going to get my platform, and we're going to take this die, stamp. What I love about this is it's left open edges, so you can absolutely extend that design by adding separate bits in. So I'm going to position where I'm going to just kind of go a little bit middling, like so. And then I'm going to pick that up. Of course, the stamp is dirty because you know me. Right, is that in a good place? So I'm inking this up with a permanent ink. This is the Studio Light version, but obviously your VersaFines, your VersaClairs, they will all do what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to chuck some clear embossing powder on it. So I'm making sure that that's nice and wet. I might even stamp it twice. You never know. Give that a nice firm press down. Beautiful. Grab my so chuck my clear on and tap that excess off, and then that can go straight back in my pot. And give me for 1 second while I just go and heat it. I can almost reach my desk. Just make sure that your gun is nice and warm before you start. I wish you could see me doing this bit. It just doesn't reach. So I've done, it's going quite nicely. Nearly there. Okay. Take that away. And that away. And that's why my stamps are always dirty, because I don't clean them before they go back in the packet. And that's ripping all the way down. So why? Because it's not on properly. Okay, I have high hopes now. It should definitely go in. There we go. Right, let's have a little look at some other elements. So I'm going to use this little tag here. Now there isn't a die to cut that out, but I'm just gonna, it's very easy to cut out. So when it's something like this that's open middled, I'll drop it onto my glass mat and then just pick it up, and then I know it's got the perfect shape. So I'm going to grab a little bit of my media artist card, which is the perfect card for this collection, because I'm going to be chucking some water and ink at it in a minute. Right, so, and then we'll just start off with that. Where's my scissors? Put them away. Oh no, I'm not going to be cutting out, am I? So I'm just going to go right up to that little black line and cut that one out. No border, but not trying to be straight. The wiggles are good. This one, on one of my samples, if I just bring this one in to show you. So this tag is what I've got here, but all I've done is just snipped it in the middle and took some in the top and some in the bottom. So it looks like it's a larger tag, but just, it's the smaller one. Just quite effective. Right, now that's all dry, let's have a little look. Colour-wise, what am I going to use? We'll have some brown. We might have some black. Let's go for something nice and... Oh, what about this one? Maybe a bit of teal. Let's start off with this. And what I want to do... Well, actually, what I'm going to start with is my water sprayer. I'm just going to spritz over my card because I want to dip bits of ink in there. I knew I'd do that. I've only got a little mat today, so I've not got a palette at the side. So just make sure that that's dry. And I'm just going to squidge down some of my inks at the side of me. Grab my water brush and I'm just going to start and pop in some ink. Now, if you put it down and you don't think it's moving around enough, just add a little bit of water in and it'll move. No rules to this at all, just go with your heart. And then because we've got the embossed areas, what it means is that, oh, Hazel, I wanted that brown. When we add this in, it should stay within that clock face because we've got that raised embossed barrier to keep it kind of intact. And then maybe this one, we can go more that teal colour. And just keep working around and adding in. Keeping it quite loose because you can just keep adding colour until you're happy. And if, like I say, if at any point you think, oh, I don't like it, just give it a little bit more water, press down, and you're going to strip it out. So because we're on this card, you're getting more time to work that ink around. Now that one, because I just dried it out, I'm going to add a little bit more so it just runs a bit freer. And then I'm going to maybe use some of this orangey colour. I don't know if you can still see that. Just popping lots of different colours down. Keeping it on a male theme because I think this does lend itself quite male. I'm going to put some black into the... That's not black, is it, Hazel? This one. Put some black into the mix. Now, the black will come out a little bit grey on here because then I'm going to water it down. There we go. And then just keep... Every one you do will probably be completely different. Look at that, you see. Now that's just started to trickle down into there. And I'm not going to stop it from doing that because I think it's going to look cool. So I'm just going to add in and just finish this off how I just go with the flow. Now, is that wet at the bottom still? Not really. Let's get some of this nice. It's quite nice when you dip. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. Oh, that's a better view. Why didn't I do that before? When you've got a nice wet puddle and you pop the ink in, watching it run is really good. Let's pop that one down. And then I do want some more brown. I've obviously used and abused my brown. This one. And I'm going to put some brown around here as well. Where's that turquoise? So just really filling in and... Right, I think I'm happy with that. I've got a nice mix. Just going to dab out some of the puddles. And then... Yeah. Now I do need to dry that. So I'm going to just pop it on the back and just give it a quick whiz. I'm going to cheat a little bit as well, so I might lose a little bit of the vibrancy. I can't read that much. What's it tag? Is it all one tag? Okay. Right, Paul's just come and shown me a few questions because I've missed them. Christine, sorry I'm late. Love the tag. Is it all one stamp? Okay, so the tag is a die set. It is this one. I'm going to have to lift you up a little bit. The slimline and label. And the stamp is this one, which is clock background, and they're part of the new Grunge collection, which you'll be able to access under the new arrivals, or where else, Paul? Yeah, under the new arrivals section. There is a Grunge bundle where there's a big saving, but everything's available separately as well. Okay, so I haven't really dried this, but I've given it enough so that I can start and new arrivals and Facebook Live. Yeah. Now I'm going to start and add some ink around the edges. So I'm going to just grab what is to hand, and I'm going to start and blend in some brown. And really get this. Because even though I've got that really nice big stamp down the middle, I can still add in stenciling, I can still add in stamps. There's no rules. There we go. So we've got a little bit of something there. Now what I might just do, just spritz that around the edge just to see if I can get a little bit of speckling. Which I can. Okay. That's cool. What was that one? Why does the phone... Oh, do you know what? I'm with you, Tracy. Mine's like a hot wire. I'm just going to have a cake and the phone rings. I think someone's trying to tell me something. What's that last one? Love the colours. You've got the colour where you want it. Exactly that. Are you bringing out any new colours for the water reactive inks? Right, I would really love to say yes. Now, there is something maybe in the pipeline, but it's not ready yet. So, at the moment, no. But keep your fingers crossed and something might appear. That's safe to say, isn't it? Just going to rub a little bit of black around here now. Just to give this a little bit of an edge. And again, not being too careful. Because this is a grungy tag after all. Okay, so there's a little bit of that. And then let's have a little look at the stencils. Because this, you don't have to use the stencils all. You can just use sections of them. Although I picked the one up that is solid. I'm going to pick out this deep blue now and grab myself a smaller brush. And I do always like to use a brush when I'm doing using a stencil, because I feel like I get a better, crisper. You see, it really just does. You need to come lower again. It gives that real crisp effect. So just getting a little bit random here and there. And then where's that other one, that big one? It's got this lovely checkered effect on. This could have, if I turn that over that way, we can get the checkers down this side. And I'm going to get a full one on, and I'm going to go for a smaller brush, but this time, because I want it to be a little bit more brighter, I am actually going to go for my proper permanent black. It will give me a darker finish. Just get that nice bit of checker plate. Oh, lovely. And I'm going to get a bit on this side as well. There we go. So already that has just completely changed the look. Let's pop them stencils away because I don't think I would use them again. But there's one that I'm going to use now. Nice little bit of background. I mean, I don't know how my griddage is going to feel about this, because he might be feeling a little bit left out, but I'm going to use the typewriter text from this one. Of course, my griddage would go on there, but this is fabulous too. So I'm going to ink it all up. And then I'm keeping it on the acetate, and I'm just going to make sure I've got it the right way up. Just touch where I want and add in a little bit. Some of the text is going across, some is going up. So really, really random. There we go. And I might as well just get it straight. That down there. Okay, so now we've got another. I know, poor griddage. What's he going to do? I'll have to bring him another family member. Perhaps we'll have to have a daddy griddage. Oh dear. You'll all be waiting now for the next collection. See if there's a daddy griddage. Right. Clean that one up. And do you know what? I might keep that out because I might put it on the tag. I'm going to put it on the tag. This time, though, I'm going to go in one of the colours that's in there. So maybe this blue. Which way up shall we go? That way. So I didn't want it to go... Yeah, I'm doing it all over. I was going to say, didn't want it to go all over, but that is just fine for me. Now let's grab a little bit of brown. Tie that around there. Oh. And do you know one other thing which might look really nice? I'm going to take my water brush and just take this darker blue. There's like a little border around there. So I'm just going to paint that in. Try and keep in the lines. I've gone out. Oh, Jesus. I've gone out the lines. Don't matter. There we go. Cute little tag. That can go on here as well. And then let's have a little look into our paper pad. See if we've got any time pieces. Just going to... Whilst it's drying, if you keep manipulating the card, it flattens right back down. In fact, I'm going to stick it on the front of the card whilst we speak. Well, it's actually on the front of this, isn't it? Let's do this first. Come up again. I probably need more glue. Yeah, I do. Have I got any glue, Paul? I bet I haven't. These bottles are obviously better. Keeping them full is best. Right. Get that perfect border. And then I'm going to turn that over. I've got a little bit there that is furry. Give that a nice firm press because I want them edges to be bonded all the way around. That's annoying me. I didn't quite cut one of the edges, so I just ripped it. I'll be honest with you. That'll do. Nice. Okay, so now that can get bonded onto the front of there. How are we doing on top? Oh, we're doing all right. Of course, as always, the video will get uploaded to YouTube. It'll get pinned to the top of this page. It will only be there for 30 days. And I do pop it onto Dragon's Papercraft page as well. And again, it will only be for 30 days. So I'm just getting that butted right up to the edges. And again, getting that bonded down. I mean, that like that with a little, a birthday sentiment or whatever on, I just think there's so much happening there and it almost looks printed. But you can play around with your colours. You can do them in bright colours. You can just do them in sepia tones, whatever you fancy. Okay, that's bonded. Now I want some little bits and pieces to go on there. So I've got a little tag. I mean, I could put it anywhere. What else shall I have? Let's have a look in the little ephemera pad, because there's lots of different timepieces. And what is my wording going to be? Let's have a look in here. You're the greatest project you will ever work on. You see, that's cool. You've got your awesome, have an awesome birthday. Make happy memories. Explore all the good, beautiful memories. Be authentic. I like that. You're the best friend ever. Go on an adventure. You've got a happy birthday. Have a great day today. Be authentic. I'm quite liking that. That's going to be going in there if I can get my C showing. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to pop through and see some other little bits. I want some timepieces. Have we got any? We've got some nice tape. We've got some nice... Here we go. Maybe this vintagey one. That's quite cool. A smaller one. Maybe... What else? Is there more? See, this is the hardest bit choosing because there's so much loveliness. Some cogs might be quite nice on there as well. Let's just pull some of them out just in case I want to ink them up to tie in behind my tag. Get that one. And then I think actually that, right, that should be enough. Okay, so this one, ink. I want some of that nice. Go on, we'll put this one in. Bit of ink on because it's that matte cardstock or paper. Very easy to change the colour of something. So we've got a nice time. 1, 2, 3, that's the 12. That might have to come down under here. Maybe we've got a little piece here. This could be... Let's just get some brown around on this one. I don't normally ink things up like this, but I just want it tainted. So it's a little bit... let's see about some of these cogs. I'm going to ink all over that one. Because that would then fit in quite nicely as well. Yeah, like that. Be authentic might need to come over here. Might just... Yeah. And on there. Perfect. We could do some tickets on there as well, but let's have a little look into our... Maybe I want to pop one of my little metal charms, or 2, or 3. We don't have to go overboard, but it might just give it that little, and I just think that's perfect. I've chosen one of the smaller ones, so maybe I can pop that one up there, and then I would be happy. It's all these little things that you have in your stash that you can pull out and incorporate in. So we'll have that on there. And then inside, we can just do a little bit of inking and stenciling, just to pull a little bit of the outside in. So I'm just going for inside that one there. Oh, do you know what? I haven't even stuck these down yet, have I? Have a little bit more showing there. Now this one, we'll pop on some foam pads. Hazel doing a wonk? I don't know what's the matter with her. You see, I know what I want. I want that to be... But I don't want to cover up that. It's going up there. I can just tuck it underneath there, look. That's what I wanted. Be authentic. Let's have this little one there. This little one. 1, 2, 3. There. Then we can have this nice little cog. In the middle of there. That's it. And then, where's the piece of tag? Here we go. This one will have a little bit of brown around the outside. Just lifting that out of the way of the blue so I don't get a mix. But then I will come back into this. It's probably still got some on. Let's have a little look if it has. It might have, it might not. Yeah, it's got a little bit on. So I'm just going to pop a little bit here and there around. That'll be fine. We'll have some of that nice checker plate. Where's that black? I'm not going to re-ink this up. I'm going to keep this quite subtle. So we'll have a little bit there. Rotate that around. Like so. And then I might actually put a little bit of, got to get this the right way around now. Just make sure it is. A little bit of clock face. Just coming off that edge. Again, I'm just keeping it quite soft and subtle. Not re-inking my brushes. But it just brings everything in. I've got a little bit of a timepiece there, which I will ink round in brown. And then you've got room to write your message in there as well. So pop that one in there. And then because it's a black card, we need that the white inside to make it pop. Now just be mindful that this one might be a little bit smaller inside, so you're probably going to go right up to that score line. So that gives us our little tag card with an insert. Of course, I could get another sentiment from the book and pop happy birthday on there, but I think it's a really cool mail card, and we've got those lovely little metal charms on there. They're the cogs. We've used some of the stamps. I must admit, I do really love a stencil at the minute. I love embossing them and just playing. I might just put a little bit of this wallpaper tile just down there as well. Love it. Right, let's spin you around. There we go. And see if we've missed any questions. I think it must be, love that stencil. Oh, I love them all. You know me. Loving that, loving it. I think it's internet connection, whether it's mine or whether it's your guys. Oh, thank you for the hearts. That's lovely. Yeah, it just keeps saying, Lisa Wells is watching, Lisa Wells is watching about 80 times. I love embossing, but the powder seems to get everywhere, even when being careful. Right. Oh, I can give you a tip there. Who was it? Jenny replied to Yvonne. I'm thinking that would be a Von Guess then. Okay. I don't know if you noticed then, I wanted this black, so I stamped it in black and put clear powder on, purely because you do get bits of powder around, and if it's clear, you're not going to see that at all on there. So that would be my tip. If you want a black embossed area, stamp it in black and put your clear powder on. I mean, I didn't even anti-static bag that. I just went straight onto it. And I can't see any speckles on there. And if there was some speckles, I think it would just add to its flavour, if I'm honest. Because it is a proper grungy one. So, yeah. Are they bringing out the new colours in the water reactive? We've covered that one. Yeah, I think that's us done. Now, important news. I won't be live on Saturday. Just because it's Easter weekend, I'm sure you're all going to be super busy eating lots of eggs. I know I am. And I will catch up with you again next week, and it will be Thursday at 2. Same as today. So if anything else crops up in the meantime, I'll be on here and I'll let you know. But thank you for joining me. As always, have a fabulous weekend. And don't forget to check out the sales section. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.